This is Antarctica, which has been a great mystery for humans for centuries, whether it is blood waterfalls, mysterious animals, underground lakes, or a city hidden under the snow. There are many myths and mysteries about Antarctica that have not been solved even today. Hello friends, you are watching Curious World, where we bring you real and heart-touching stories. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new story. Antarctica is the only continent in the world where no human lives because the temperature here goes up to -90 degrees Celsius. In addition to this, snowstorms also come here at a speed of 300 kilometers per hour. Similarly, Antarctica is also the driest continent in the world. So dry that you may be surprised to know that it is also called a desert because it rains only 51 millimeters here. Despite all this, many countries have been trying to take control of Antarctica for the past 100 years. Look at this map of Antarctica. France claims this part, Norway claims this part, Australia claims all this right side. Similarly, Britain, Chile, Argentina, and New Zealand also claim some parts of Antarctica. But what is the reason for this? What is it that the superpowers of the world want to take control of under this snow? Today, we are going to solve some mysteries of Antarctica. And at the same time, we will also find out who actually discovered Antarctica. And finally, we will also see what secrets are hidden under this snow that the superpowers of the world know. And that's why they want to take control of Antarctica. Who discovered Antarctica? Depends on who you are asking. The British say that they discovered Antarctica, while the Russians say that they were the first to set foot here. But many thousands of years ago, the Greek philosopher Aristotle mentioned Antarctica when he said that the Earth is round, and the North and South poles are mirror images of each other. In 2021, a study of the Royal Society of New Zealand was published in which it was said that the Maori people who lived near Australia on the Polynesian Islands were probably the first people to reach Antarctica in the 7th century, because in their old stories there is mention of such a snowy continent which is on the southern side of the Earth. Anyway, in recorded history, British officer James Cook was the first European to cross the Antarctic Circle and reach here, Antarctica. But he was still 130 kilometers away from Antarctica that he turned his ship back, because he did not see Antarctica, but he did see floating icebergs in the water, and the attitude of the sea was such that it was very dangerous to take the ship ahead. That's why James Cook said that it is so dangerous to reach this southern continent that maybe someday a person will come here. After Captain Cook, many more people tried to discover Antarctica, but they could not succeed. Then as soon as the 19th century came, a competition began between countries for economic dominance. The world was now moving towards a new world order. Resources and new trade routes were being discovered. Industries were emerging. Every country wanted to become a superpower in the coming new century. And that's why explorations were on the rise. In this way, in 1819, the Russian Empire gave the task to Russian explorer Fabian von Bellingshausen to travel around the world and discover new countries and continents. In 1820, Fabian proved Captain Cook's prediction wrong and reached the Southern Ocean and saw Antarctica very closely. Although he had not set foot on Antarctica, but he is called the first person in modern history who had seen Antarctica. Then between 1900 and 1920, many explorers headed for Antarctica. British explorer Robert Falcon Scott landed on Antarctica with his team in 1911 and went about 400 miles ahead. But then he had to turn back due to bad weather and hunger. But this return journey proved to be very dangerous. Scott and his team got stuck in a severe cold and snowstorm, and all of them died. Then, after World War I, many countries sent their teams here and tried to claim this continent. In 1939, at the behest of Hitler, the German Air Force dropped Nazi flags here so that this area could be controlled by Nazi Germany. After World War II, many countries set up their research stations here, and this is where mysterious discoveries about Antarctica began. The first and the most mysterious discovery is that at some time, Antarctica was not snow, but dense forest. According to the scientists of the Imperial College of London, they found fossilized wood here, from which it is known that about 90 million years ago, Antarctica was a hot continent where dense forests existed. Apart from this, they also found some fossils of insects here, which are found only in hot areas. The second big and mysterious discovery about Antarctica was that there are 400 lakes under the snow of these 3 kilometers, which have their own ecosystem. There are such marine animals there that are not found anywhere in the world, like these big spiders and see-through jellyfish. There is a separate world under this snow. Similarly, another thing on Antarctica that puzzled many explorers for many years is these blood springs. In the Valley of McMurdo, this waterfall is such that blood is coming out of the snow, but recently, scientists have discovered that the red color of this waterfall is because this spring used to get water from a very salty lake, on which now 100 feet of snow has fallen, and that lake is completely cut off from the atmosphere. There is a lot of iron in this water, and that's why, when this water comes into the spring, the iron present in the water is oxidized due to oxygen and sunlight, and its color becomes exactly like zinc. The third biggest mystery and conspiracy about Antarctica is that there is an ancient civilization under this snow. Many people have claimed that alien spaceships have also been seen here. In 2016, many unusual activities have been recorded on Google Earth in Antarctica. Conspiracy theorists called them alien UFOs, but according to many political experts, these are the secret air operations of America and other countries that they are doing in Antarctica. And this is where Antarctica's hidden political front comes from, which very few people are aware. Where the rest of the world is entangled in other geopolitical issues, America, China, and the Soviet Union are aggressively sending expeditions to Antarctica. In fact, China has set up its multiple research stations there. According to the Antarctic Treaty of 1969, any country can conduct scientific investigations in Antarctica. It just has to share the results of these studies with all the countries. In 1992, this discovery was revealed in the survey of the US Geological Department that Antarctica has reserves of 500 billion barrels of natural gas and oil. But China and other countries are not interested in this oil and gas in Antarctica. In fact, recently, reserves of rare earth minerals such as neodymium, praseodymium, terbium, and dysprosium have been discovered in a very large quantity in Antarctica. These are the minerals that are used in all electronic devices. And because the world's focus is now moving away from oil and gas towards energy resources that power electronic devices, the demand for these minerals is more than oil and gas. Electric cars and iron batteries are now the future. And this race to control the future has brought these superpowers into the snow and storms of Antarctica. Antarctica's last mysterious discovery is the Southern Ocean. The name of the Southern Ocean comes from the world's most dangerous oceans. Our world's climate and water supply is controlled by the Southern Ocean because it is also found with the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. According to scientists, the world's 15% carbon emission is absorbed by the Southern Ocean. And with global warming, the importance of this ocean is increasing because frozen snow is melting here and many treasures are now coming out of the melting of the snow. The oceans in which humans could never even think of going are going to become important trade routes very soon. There are still a lot of studies going on in Antarctica, and who knows what other mysterious things will be discovered about Antarctica in the coming time. These are all the sources from which we have consulted for this video. If you like such topics, then tell us in the comments below. See you in the next video with another interesting topic. Take care of yourself.